Hey there, and welcome back to another video. It is crazy to think that we are officially in the new year. And while I'm beyond excited to get to work and to start chipping away for the 2023 season, I've been using this past week, after the Christmas and the New Year holiday, to reflect back on the previous year and to really take a moment to feel gratitude for all that happened these past 365 days. 2022 will always be the year where I felt like we gained momentum. We found our footing, and for the first time I felt confident with what we were doing as a small business. Now I think it would be easy to keep plowing ahead and to simply repeat everything that we were doing last year and bring that same energy to 2023. And I think that this is something that a lot of us do. We allow our excitement for the coming flower season to really take over and lead the way. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing. And I don't want to discourage you from the excitement that you're feeling if you're just starting out growing flowers yourself. But if there's one thing that I'm going to do before flipping open a single seed catalog, it's this. I'm going to reflect on this past year and really decide what worked well for us, what didn't, and what needs changing. I'm going to create a vision for what I'd like the coming year to look like, and then I'm going to craft goals for our flower farm that align with that vision. Now I know it sounds complicated, but I promise it's not. But here's why I think you should do this exercise too. You see, if there's one thing that I've learned in my years of being a flower farmer, it's that having a vision for our flower farm is extremely important. It's that overarching vision that gives us something to aim for. It really guides our actions. Without clear direction, I tend to think that everything would likely feel important. I'd feel obligated to do all of the things, to chase the trends, and do what everyone else is doing. I'd also likely feel the need to work as hard as I possibly could and hope that that was enough to get me to where I want to be in 2024. I know, at least for me, this kind of excessive and scattered action is what ultimately leaves me feeling burnt out and a bit frustrated at lack of clear progress. And so this is why I always like to take some time to map out the year before we get started with anything else. So if you're curious as to what worked well for us last year and what we're changing for 2023, let's dive deeper into that. For us here at Two Sisters Flower Farm, I think 2022 was a year where we really stretched ourselves and we tried a lot of different things. We sold everything from spring flowers and dahlia tubers to CSA bouquet shares, and we did bouquet workshops. We offered a full spectrum of fall products, and then we followed that up with a complete winter season. We also decided to show up here on YouTube so we could share the behind the scenes of everything that we were doing. Now don't get me wrong, we are still a young business and we're still trying new things out, seeing how our community responds. But this year ahead, in 2023, I'm really focusing more on letting the numbers talk. When I say that, what I really mean is that we're going to focus on doubling down on what's working well for us. Now I know this seems like common sense, just follow the money. But when you're just starting out in business like we were just a few short years ago, there's no money to follow. And you kind of selfishly just sort of focus on doing what you want to do. And even a few years into business, I think the temptation always is to sort of want to follow the next shiny object and to give that a try. In this year to come, I really want to do less, but do it better. And I think by narrowing our focus to a fewer, more popular offerings, we can accomplish this. I want to refine the things that we're doing so that we can deliver on those things more efficiently, and also so that our customers can have the best experience possible. Now, the second thing that I want to change in 2023 is I want to delegate more. This is important to me really for two reasons. For starters, there's always that constant struggle of having work-life balance. In the beginning, things were heavily lopsided towards work as we were just trying to build something from the ground up, get ourselves out of the gate. And I'm so glad that we worked hard and that we hustled for all that we have. But this year, I want to be more intentional about the pace at which we're growing and maintaining the business. I want to be careful, not to get caught in the need to always be trying to get to that next level, because I think that can sometimes lead us to get stuck in a hamster wheel that we never truly get off of. Delegating more, I think it will also help me to have more time working on the business rather than focusing so much time working just in the business. It's so easy to get caught up in the day-to-day things that are required for you to keep moving forward that you never really get a chance to just take a step back and just analyze how things are actually working, what could be done differently or what could be done better. I want that time so that I can have the peace of mind of knowing that we're actually getting to our goals. You know, we're not just spinning our wheels. And so for me, delegating this year, I don't necessarily think that it means hiring more help, but I do think it means that I want to have more systems in place that can run with or without me. One of the best things that we did last year was set up systems that allowed for passive income. Specifically last year, we sold our garden planning workbook to help beginning gardeners plan and plant a beautiful cutting garden. And then at the start of this year, we added a more advanced option to our online shop. It's a quarter-acre garden plan and seed sowing schedule, where we basically took everything that we did last year and we mapped it out into one easy-to-follow plan so that you know exactly what to plant, when to plant it, so you have a cutting garden, you know, similar to ours. I'll actually link both of those resources in the description box below if you have interest in either one. But the point here is that that passive income strategy allowed me to make an impact and to serve our customers without adding more to my work schedule. And it also allowed us to be able to serve our customers when they most desired it. I want to see how many more ways that I can implement systems in other areas of our business that would produce similar results, because I definitely see the benefit to it. Now this all leads directly into the third change I want to focus on this year, because I think that delegating more will give me the time and the space that I crave in order to explore new things that excite me. I honestly love continuously trying new things and being challenged. And I don't want to lose that part of the business even as we work to refine our offers, like I said earlier in this video. But I want to figure things out on a smaller scale so that we can really troubleshoot problems before we scale those offers or experiences up to a much larger scale and those problems become even bigger problems. Realize too that exploring new things, it might not be something like growing a new flower variety. Sometimes it means that we're trying new methods in our business, which for us this year means that we really want to expand our business to offer shipping. Let me tell you, it always seems like every year there's this one thing that just feels impossible. I mean, it feels insurmountable for whatever reason. That is until we actually do the darn thing, and then we look back on that experience and we wonder, like, why the heck we ever struggled with it in the first place. This year, that mountain, it feels like we need to finally tackle shipping. We've been asked now for a while by a number of people if we would ship certain products, and I've always said no. But this year, it just feels time that we change this. One of the best lessons I've learned in business is that your business will grow only to a level of problems that you're willing to solve. If you want to level up, you have to be willing to tackle those problems. My encouragement to you right now, especially if you're feeling like you're struggling in some way, whether that's growing flowers or selling your flowers, I can't encourage you enough to keep plowing forward. Because once you do the work to get through the problem, that's when you're going to reach that next level in your business. And that's really a great feeling. Now, I've shared where we're choosing to focus this coming year based off of how last year went for us. But maybe you have no idea what you want in the new year, or maybe you're in your first year of flower farming and so you have no prior experience to really guide your actions this year. Here's something that will help you out, and honestly, it's something that I do at the start of almost every single year. And that's to create a vision board. Yes, it's that idea where you take photos from magazines or the internet and you basically cut them out and paste everything arts and crafts style to a simple poster board. I love doing this even though I'm very analytical and type A. Don't get me wrong, I love a good spreadsheet for recording and analyzing numbers. But also, I love a vision board for the simple fact that I feel like pictures are great at evoking emotion. And when we put emotion behind what we want to do, I really believe that we're able to do things that sort of defy logic. I also enjoy having a vision board as it serves as sort of a visual reminder of why I love growing this flower farming business so much. You know, I heard this quote once about loving what you do, And I wish I knew who said it so I could give credit where credit is due, but honestly, I have no idea. But the idea was this: loving what you do, it doesn't mean that you wake up every day excited about your job. More importantly, loving what you do, it helps you hang in there when things are stressful. You know, it's easy to throw in the towel when your business or your job or whatever, when it's something that you hate. But loving it means that you find your way through the tough times. Winners are not those that never fail, but they are the people who are stubborn enough to never quit. I mean, talk about motivating, right? If you've been hanging out with us on YouTube for any length of time, you may already know that our motto, our vision, I'll say, for our flower farm is helping you celebrate the magic of every season. I believe that there's something beautiful blooming in nature every month of the year, and getting to highlight that has proven to be something truly unique. What's interesting is that even when our vision remains the same, our vision board still changes year after year, and it's always sort of fun to see the different ways that this vision will sort of play out for us. So I'm gonna go get started on a new vision board for 2023, and I'll show you what it looks like when I'm finished. So here it is. I'll be honest, there's not a lot of new things on our vision board this year. As I said earlier, I feel like we've pushed the limits and really reached our maximum in terms of size and scale of our flower farm. This year, I don't anticipate it being so much about growth, but refining the things that we're doing and leveraging our efforts in ways so that we're more efficient and more profitable. I am a little surprised to see that I was drawn to so many lilies in a lot of these pictures. I've never really been a fan of lilies before, so maybe that's one adventure that we'll work on exploring further. Only time will tell. Now, if you do this exercise, I'd love to see what your vision for the coming year looks like. You know, feel free to tag us on social so that we can see the exciting things that you're up to. I hope that after today, you feel inspired and excited for the season ahead. Trust me, we have plenty more videos that we're working on that discuss more of the nitty-gritty of how to execute these visions. But for now, we hope that by taking time to create your own vision for your flower growing adventure, that you'll feel less pressure to follow the crowds doing what everyone else is doing, and instead you'll focus your time on creating a garden that truly makes you happy and that sparks joy. I'm going to wrap up this video by saying thank you so much for joining me for this first video of 2023. Before you go, if you could give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, we'd really appreciate it. I am so looking forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Until next time, bye guys.